Hello and welcome to Baluli Wildlife Cam. Kudu are known for their prodigious leaping abilities, especially the males. They're quite hard to contain in a game reserve because they can jump over a 2-meter high fence from a standing position. Their much larger cousins, the eland, can also do that, which is more impressive, but it's still fairly impressive for the kudu. Now that the camera has metal protection, I don't stress too much when I see the elephants close by. This is the only lion we had this week, a lioness walking past. There have been quite a few of them close by calling, which is something we haven't had for quite a long time, but not visiting the waterhole. It missed this time. They can be extremely noisy, crested francolins, but they're constantly making these little contact noises as they move around in their little groups. Civets are omnivores. You can see they're not really built for speed, so they're opportunistic hunters, and they're one of the very few animals that will eat millipedes, because millipedes are poisonous and foul tasting, but civets seem to have no problem with that. Like the lions, there's been a lot of hyena noise around here lately, but only the one visit to the waterhole. I'd love to know, but I never will, whether those two babies at the back there are twins. We see them here quite often and they're always very close together. If they aren't twins, they were babies born at almost exactly the same time and are very close friends. slowly getting the hang of its trunk, but it doesn't seem to know that it's supposed to suck the water through its trunk, so it immerses the trunk in the water and lets the water run in and then drinks it. We're spending a lot of time around the trail cameras because both trail cameras are under tambuti trees, which are poisonous, but before they drop their leaves they absorb most of the chemicals from the leaves, so it's fine for the impalas to eat. This camera is a bit closer to the ground, so we get a much nicer view of the sharp scrapespock, and we can see what funny little legs they have for their chunky bodies. This impala is looking a bit fuzzier than normal. When it's cold they fluff their fur out just to trap a layer of warm air around the body. A couple of times a week I take a walk down to see the trail cameras and delete the hundreds of videos of impala and duiker. And this time I found this young male elephant who was not at all happy to see me, and I wasn't all that happy to see him because he was in my way. But he turned tail and disappeared, and that was the last I saw of him. I have some family visiting, so I've been doing a few more drives than usual, and we found this very relaxed jackal. They're not normally this relaxed around people, and seem to be following another jackal and making very dog-like whimpering noises. So I got the feeling that this is a youngster that's no longer welcome around the parents and not too happy about it. Nothing like using a big pile of elephant dung as a toilet. And this elephant is eating a raisin bush, and there's several species of them and they grow prolifically around here. And in the dry season what the elephants do is they roll the branches along their teeth and that takes the bark off, and once the bark's off they just throw the branch down and carry on with the next one. And now she's moving on to a nice tasty thorny acacia treat. The leaves are very good tasting. Most browsing animals, giraffe, impala and elephant, love eating acacia leaves. They just have to find their way around the thorns. Now with the elephants it's easy, they just don't bother, they just chew them. Their mouths are so tough that they don't notice the thorns. Little bachelor group of kudus. Like a lot of species, the males prefer to hang around with other males and the females with other females. This time of year when it's not so hot, it's quite common to find hippos out of the water during the day. So you do have to be careful when walking along the edge of the river, as they tend to get a big fright when humans are around, and that's when a lot of accidents happen. And we also found out where some of our zebras have been hiding out. Hopefully we get them back at the waterhole one day soon, but I would think more likely during the rainy season. This elephant's also chewing on raisin bush branches. They really hammer them in the winter, but they grow back very quickly in summer. A big male leopard, most likely Ramses, looking for his girlfriends, but I've got no idea where they are. We haven't seen them for ages. The family group with the female with the very curvy tusks has moved off temporarily and seems to have been replaced by this group where the matriarch has a little piece of her tusk broken off. And then you can see the little baby that's learning to drink. It's not the matriarch's baby, it's another female's baby. I don't know what frightened this guy, but knowing elephants, it was something small and harmless. Putting the tip of your trunk into another elephant's mouth or close to it is just a friendly social gesture, usually performed by the smaller of the two elephants. If you've never seen a baby elephant moonwalking before, well, today's your lucky day. We found this scrub hare just sitting in the road. I think it thought that if it just sat there very quietly we wouldn't notice it. I thought there might be something wrong with it, but eventually it scurried off. And look who I found attacking the car's wing mirrors. It's difficult to get close to him, he's quite shy and flies off. He obviously knows he's up to no good. Thanks for watching.